Well, it is that special time of the year where everyone starts as equals. Far back in the distance, memories of last season, positions and points tallies on the last day, that's all now irrelevant. It is all about the ultimate prize that lies a long way ahead. That buoyant feeling is here. New start, fresh hope. Get the season off to a flyer. The fans are believing. These, of course, the scenes inside the Stade Louis II, decorated in the colours of AS Monaco. Everybody waiting to get the season underway. Everybody equal on the start line.
Yes, Peter, and I believe that year on year the game is going from strength to strength. It's impossible for that not to happen because of the increasing wealth. That attracts the best talent and management and, of course, greater expectation. The boundaries have to continue being stretched into the limit. Supporters have an insatiable appetite to want more excitement and entertainment, so let the show begin.
So it's down to business here. Bakayoko tries to get it forward quickly. Breaks on here. Cut out in the nick of time. And he heaves it forward. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. That'll be a throw. Goes out once more. That had to be more accurate. Naldo.
Well, the fact that we haven't had an attempt on goal is becoming an embarrassing reflection on these teams.
Hoists it forward. Delson Martins needed to come up with a better ball.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Bakayoko plays it forward. Finds himself eased off the ball. Adrien Silva. Delson Martins. Adrien Silva. Played into space out wide. Good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
Paris will be quite pleased with the way things have been going, Jim, I think.
More than quite pleased, Peter. They'll be doing cartwheels if they can get to half-time without conceding. But I have to pay respect to such a great defensive setup. Individually and collectively outstanding.
Martin plays it into the box. Golovin. Bakayoko. That is going to be the final action of the first half. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Reflections on the first half?
It's been a pretty abject performance. No efforts at goal. I'm struggling to remember the last time we had that.
And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. We are already promptly back underway.
Paris, pretty fortunate not to be trailing at half-time. They've been lacklustre and second best for me. And if ever a situation demanded a telling off from the boss, it's this one. He has to spark a reaction.
Ball driven towards the far post. And it's played forward. Martin pushes to get on the end of it. Tried to play it through.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did well to spot the run. He just didn't get enough behind it. It happens.
Golovin goes looking. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Bakayoko hits that long. Fence has got rid of that. So here comes the substitution. Silva plays it short. Now it's Silva. And he's there to clear it. Looking for a decent ball in. Incoming cross.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Martin. Really good feet. Oh, real chance! He's got options in the box if he gets his head up.
Paris merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Adrien Silva. That's the throw. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Now it's Martins. Chance for a cross, maybe now or never. Silva. Oh, that's nice. Get the better of his opposite number. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. There could be trouble here. So now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. And the referee brings it to a close. Paris take a point there. All things considered, a pretty good point. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Oh, not losing the first one of the season is highly acceptable. Good to steer clear of an early negative.
So before we go, many thanks to Jim Beglin for his input, and from us both, good afternoon. Well, we have the most perfect day for you. A warm hello in every sense of the word. The sun is out and football has a special place on this most idyllic of days. A fixture ahead of us to which we've all been looking forward for so very, very long, and it means so very, very much. The scene could not be more beautiful. The pitch looks terrific. The players are ready to get started, and we cannot wait for the contest that lies ahead. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. And the list of names suggests that what we have in front of us here, Jim, is a 3-5-2 formation.
Well, I can tell you, Peter, that I actually always like playing in this formation because as a wing-back, you get more freedom to go forward. As an orthodox full-back, you had to be more selective in the runs you made. The back three should be able to deal with certainly one opposition striker and possibly two. And that's why I liked it, because I didn't have to get back that much.
And we're underway. Paris to settle for a point on opening day. Not ideal, but has a pop! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, no, that was a chance. What a chance.
Fabio hoists it forward. Heave to the back post. Koulibaly. A chance to play it in. Koulibaly. Sa gets it back. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch.
Too much elaboration and not enough penetration, no damage likely.
He's got away. Martin, not easily shrugged off the ball. Plenty waiting in the middle. Martin plays it backwards. Has a hit! And he's done it! Lovely goal, perfect poise to set himself for the strike. Paris take the lead, 1-0.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Deftly done. Here it comes. Martin gets the better of his man. Big chance, corner. They've played it short. So who's he picking out? And the shot! Toure is there and he can get that clear. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. A real chance to break. Gets wrestled off the ball. They are working very hard to get it wide now, Jim.
Yeah, I think they've decided to concentrate on working the flanks to help.
Hits one! He scores! Two up and threatening to pull clear.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front.
And we've reached half-time. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Paris ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. So off we go once more. Battles to win it back. Tries to locate someone up front. And they've been caught out here. And the counter is on. It's broken loose. Can he deliver? Beautifully done. Gets it into the middle.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
Dinks one in. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Felipe. Kante drives it towards the front. It's a long pass, but not the most accurate. Fabio. Forward it goes. The ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Looking to hit the front line. Gets away from his opponent. He's got the ball, he's got the space. And it's Koulibaly. Nantes ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Well, that's where he wants it. So, he does have an assist to his name. Plays it out to the wing. Gorgeous control there. Into the last 5 minutes. Has gone out. Goes for goal! A great save, real class.
Oh, that's...
So that's it, it is all over. Paris did it. Terrific team effort to satisfy both the boss and the fans. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
What I most admire about this outfit is the cohesion and the willingness to work hard as a unit and getting behind the ball. Doing the ugly stuff, that's what gets you clean sheets and wins.
Well, hello, good afternoon to one and all. Like you, we are very much ready to go here and looking forward to a game that has been the topic for universal conversation in this part of the world for much of the last few days. It's dry at the moment, but the forecasters have warned us of impending rain. There's no certainty about that, but when it does come, it shouldn't affect the dynamics of a match which has so much riding on. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. Amiens have opted for a 4-5-1 formation, it appears, Jim.
Well, the lone striker has to be prepared to do some of the work himself, but essentially he needs two of the three central midfielders to make runs beyond him and trust that the wide men can service the penalty box and make those link-up runs from out to in. He should get plenty of support with this setup.
So off we go then. Amiens are still in search of their first win. Chalet. Played out to the right. Hit into them. Shot at goal! In he goes again!
Amiens have created a real intensity from the start and there's no sign of any let-up.
Played back in. Seems now to be all about width.
Well, when you have the personnel to create in wide areas, then they need to see as much of the ball as possible.
Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Paris, yet to have a shot on target. And it's got through. It's a throw in. And it's Blin. Oh, sweet feet. And a header! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. Conte. Paris can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. Can't get the better of his opposite number. There's the end of the first half. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. We'll look back on the first 45 minutes.
It's been a pretty abject performance. No efforts at goal. I'm struggling to remember the last time we had that.
So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway.
Paris, pretty fortunate not to be trailing at half-time. They've been lacklustre and second best for me. And if ever a situation demanded a telling off from the boss, it's this one. He has to spark a reaction.
Tries a shot! Shally is there to heave it away. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Now the cross. Tries to get it clear. Plays it out to the wing. Forward it goes. Salah. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Tries to get it forward quickly. So who's he picking out? Now it's Martin. Keeps everyone guessing.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Cuts it out. And that's that. Well, it looked 0-0 from a fair way out. Little craft or guile or penetration. Defence is largely untroubled. It's goals. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
Well, that's the lot for now. Thanks to you, Jim, and goodbye. Well, whatever time of day or night it is with you, welcome along to a game which is threatened, I have to tell you, by a rather forbidding weather forecast. The expectation is for quite heavy rain as the game grows older this evening. It hasn't arrived just yet, but it will do shortly. Glad to report, though, that that hasn't affected the crowd, who are here in good number and indeed in good voice. And the game will be underway very soon. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. The information we've been given is that they're going to go with a 3-5-2.
Well, the beauty of this system, Peter, is that you can offer both a back five and a front two, having sufficient strength at either end of the team where you need it. Equally, the wing-backs can supplement the numbers in midfield to make it a five, so I think it affords managers the ultimate flexibility, and I think if I were really pushed on what I'd like most, this would be the system.
There's the whistle. Paris are yet to taste defeat this season, but a couple of draws in there.
Yeah, I think whether you see them as 4 points lost or 2 points gained, it's not been a bad start overall, but you just feel that this game has a little more importance now.
Selic. Well, they are working very hard to get it wide now, Jim.
Yeah, I think they've decided to concentrate on working the flanks to help the production line. It's where the room is.
He's got away. Oh, really good feet from him. In he flies! Goal! Nil! First blood drawn. Oh, super header, wonderfully acrobatic.
You know, it takes a lot of courage to do that, to throw yourself at the ball knowing you can catch a boot in the head. Well done, son.
Lille get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Just brushed off the ball there. Bamba put his team in front on his last appearance with a first-half goal from that fine cross. Battles to win it back. Keeps everyone guessing. That has sent him sprawling. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Paris really could have done without this. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Oh, dispatched with certainty.
Well, that was a big pressure kick, and he didn't let his team down. He took that so calmly.
Lille take a 2-goal lead, and things should be comfortable from here on in.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Cuts it out. Paris are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Martin. Gets into some space. Time to deliver. And the finish! There is the half-time whistle. And the action is back on the way.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Yazici tried to play it through.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be no...
Shapes the volley it! It's off target and by quite a way.
Paris are looking quite mean on the counter, and combating that requires even more meanness.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Selik. Hoists it forward. Yazici. Lille have their manager to thank for the last result.
Well, Peter, you just can't argue with the substitutions. They were spot on, and the timing of each were perfect too. That sort of decisive management is a winning formula in itself.
Oh, great ball! Jose Font. Well, that's where he wants it. Conte. Half an hour gone in the second half. Gorgeous control there. Lofted into the middle.
This is purely a case of poor end product. They've got to add more pride to their work.
Out to the left it goes. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. He's got options in the box if he gets a big chance! The whistle has gone and it is all over. Well, you can analyse to your heart's content. It won't change the outcome. They have lost the game. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Paris could still be playing, Peter, and probably still be trying to score. It might just be causing some edginess to the camp.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim. Well, a very good evening to you as you join us for tonight's live game. Unfortunately, our weather forecast is somewhat less than promising. We're told to expect intermittent spells of heavy rain, which might very well impact on the quality of the football later. It'll certainly add a new dimension, especially for those players who like to keep hold of the ball. A few anxious faces hoping it will all somehow stay away, but I have to tell you that we are told is an extremely unlikely scenario. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Has he found his man? Oh, real danger here. Loose. Gorgeous control there. There's the delivery.
Well, when the options aren't quite present in the box, it's the crosser's interest to hold on for the support.
Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again.
Too much elaboration and not enough penetration. No damage likely.
Going through. Oh, he's asking too much with that. Hoists it forward. Tries to get it forward quickly. Until half-time, and it is still goalless. Kante gets it back. He gets past his man. And it's Martin. Lovely bit of skill there. We hit half-time, so both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. And we are already promptly back underway.
At least there's always a plus side to a scoreless half. Defences are doing what they should, and it's going to take good imagination to break the deadlock here.
Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Looking for goal. They've done it. The second half off to a spectacular start. Oh, high quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second. Paris, draw first blood here.
Oh, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know, what a great start to the second half. What a good way to assert your authority for this second period. They were prepared to commit numbers forward into attacking positions, and the risk has been deservedly rewarded.
Ball's gone out of play. Martin delivers across. Goes for goal, and in it goes. Two to the good. They have breathing space. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Kante did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Oh, that had to be more accurate. Right through the middle. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. It's played forward. Now the cross. And it's hoisted clear. Gets into a dangerous position. Needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Felipe gets it forward. And that is that. Paris always looked the more driven side, probably the better side, and nobody is arguing about the results. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Paris can certainly give themselves a pat on the back for a job well done. They have a togetherness that makes them very hard to beat.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, whatever time of day or night it is with you, welcome along to a game which is threatened, I have to tell you, by a rather forbidding weather forecast. The expectation is for quite heavy rain as the game grows older this evening. It hasn't arrived just yet, but it will do shortly. Glad to report, though, that that hasn't affected the crowd, who are here in good number and indeed in good voice. And the game will be underway very soon. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely massive leap! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
Hoists it forward. Gets it out wide now. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Well, it really is one cross after another.
Oh, with a target to hit, why not keep up the supply? It's simple and efficient.
Hits one! He can pounce on that. It's there! He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
I might sound a little harsh here, but the keeper, I felt, could have done a better job in ensuring that ball didn't go back out into the danger area.
So we have our breakthrough. It's It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it. Well, it was a hefty deflection, but he's claiming it. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
So, a real chance to break.
Yeah, he was under pressure to get that exactly right, and he couldn't even think of the consequences. It was instinctive and rock solid.
Kante positions himself well and cuts it out. Barca gets on the end of it. Dante plays it forward, and now they can launch a counter. And we hit half-time. What it has been an even contest, as the scoreline suggests, and it has been more than decent to watch. Any strong opinions on the first half?
It's been a really good watch, but I think the managers will be looking for that extra bit of organisation and focus now, just to try and get a little control on this game.
Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1. So we're already into the second period. Nice suffered their first defeat of the season last time out, so time now to put that right. Gorgeous control there. So who's he picking out? It's a good-looking cross. Dante tries to clear. Martin. Hits one! Goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Paris are looking strong on the break. Winning the ball in midfield is one thing, but it's the clever use of counter-attacking. That's the real highlight.
Paris take the lead.
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Tries to locate someone up front.
But this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
This isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Just has to be done.
Morris continues his run. Beautifully done. Looking for a decent ball in.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
And the defence can get it clear. He acknowledges. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a match, what a comeback. That is how to respond to adversity. Truly deserving winners. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Paris really have a team of the right chemistry, Peter, and it paid off handsomely here. You won't find any test tubes in this bunch.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.